Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm Julia Sherwin with Haverford Systems Integration, joined by Paul Metzheiser with TAMCO. And Paul's going to tell us a little bit about TAMCO and why it's so important right now when it comes to audiovisual products and services. Welcome.
So it's an interesting time, like you mentioned, and what we've done for years is we've helped AV integrators like Haverford design and package and make it easier for customers to procure the solutions. There's a couple of driving forces right now. First is COVID-19, and what that's done is that's made it very challenging on budgets. And so what we do is provide the financing in the form of a subscription consumption model.
Right, those budgets are really critical right now, especially in light of what everyone's experiencing. So software as a service is very well known. So now AV as a service, it's sort of become somewhat of a buzzword, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has. And you look at it in our personal lives, how often we are using things every day that we pay a subscription for. And it's really made it into the business world and the commercial sector, and specifically AV. And the why behind that is if you ever looked at a bill of materials that makes up an AV solution, there's so many things that are non-recoverable. Licensing, programming, labor, margin that you can't see from manufacturers, distributors, and integrators alike. So whenever you have something like that, it's by definition a depreciating asset. So what we always say is take those precious after-tax dollars and reinvest it back into the organization, or preserve it, especially because of the COVID-19 and the uncertainty. Then on top of that, you've got a tremendous amount of money that's being poured into research and development by these manufacturers. So you're constantly fighting the obsolescence challenge to keep up with the technology. So again, it just plummets in depreciation, and that's really no one's fault. But there's been a better way to procure. And so that's what we're doing, is we're helping the integrator community and Haverford spread that word and share that there might be a better way to embrace these types of technologies and keep your working capital working.
Yeah, if you want to learn more about AV as a service, you can just go to Haverford's website, haverford.com, then click on services and scroll down to AV as a service. Paul, thanks so much for being with us today and explaining this.
Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it and looking forward to the partnership.
You can reach out to learn more at the email and phone number right below. Thanks so much for joining us today.